They bought it. You can begin.
If you've ever written something so disturbingly competent that the federal government assumes you're a criminal, congratulations, you and Die Hard with a Vengeance screenwriter Jonathan Hensley share a very specific and very hilarious life experience. Because in 1995, Hensley wrote a heist scene so realistic, so logistically airtight, and so oh crap this can actually happen, that the FBI basically kicked down his door to ask, "Hey champ, quick question. Why do you know how to rob the Federal Reserve better than we do?" And yes, this entire story is 100% real. And yes, it plays out exactly like a documentary titled How to Accidentally Become a Federal Person of Interest.
Tell me about it.
Die Hard with a Vengeance picks up with John McClane looking like he just lost a fist fight with whiskey and then ran a marathon through a sandpaper factory. Before he could even finish his hangover, boom, Simon Gruber blows up a department store, then he detonates a subway, then he sends McClane and Samuel Jackson to play a bunch of games throughout New York City like it's an escape room designed by Satan. Not much different from today's New York City. But all that chaos, all the riddles, all the explosions that look like the FX team got paid in Red Bull, yeah, that's just the appetizer, because the real plot, the filet mignon of this criminal brilliance, is Simon's heist. And what does Simon want? $140 billion in bullion sitting under the Federal Reserve like Scrooge McDuck's panic room.
10 times what's in Kentucky. Fort Knox. Ha! It's for tourists.
The heist is like Ocean's 11 for people who think Ocean's 11 is too subtle. Simon's plan goes like this. 1. Dress the crew as subway repair guys, because in New York, nobody questions a man in an orange vest. You could be hauling gold or a corpse, you're basically invisible. 2. Blow up a subway car, a perfect distraction and also great for clearing weekend plans. 3. Tunnel straight into the Federal Reserve vault via subway spur. Yes, that is a real subway spur next to the vault. Yes, Jonathan Hensley knew this. No, the FBI did not enjoy that part. 4. Load up 14 dump trucks with gold. Dump trucks, not discreet vans, not secret carts, just the right vehicle to load tons of gold bars, or crack your windshield if you drive close behind it. And 5. Escape through the New York water tunnel system. A tunnel so massive a semi could drive through it, which, coincidentally, is exactly what Simon does. This isn't just a heist. This is a logistical equivalent of juggling chainsaws while reciting tax codes.
Holy Toledo! Somebody had fun.
The FBI and the NYPD reads the script, and instead of being concerned about the bombs or the numerous street closers needed in Manhattan, or McClane running shirtless through traffic like a suicidal gazelle, what do they worry about? Oh god, this heist can actually work! Which is not something you want law enforcement to say about your movie. Picture it, our guy Jonathan is at home minding his business, probably eating cereal, maybe rewriting dialogue like, "Hey John, don't finger that detonator, you idiot." Then the door knocks. It's the FBI. "Hi Jonathan, quick question. Are you a terrorist? Then why do you know where all our gold lives?" At this point, Hensley is mentally preparing for Guantanamo. Because when two stern men in suits start asking you why your fictional crime is too good, you don't think, "Oh nice, they liked my script." You think, "Well, I guess I'm going to prison for imagination crimes." And the FBI grills him. "How do you know the vault layout? Why do you correctly depict the subway spur? How do you know a water tunnel is big enough for trucks? Why is the heist logistically feasible? And seriously, what the hell, man?" This is the only time in history a screenwriter has been interrogated for doing too much research. And what's the punchline? Y'all showed me. And that's what Jonathan tells them. "Oh yeah, the Federal Reserve gave me a tour. They walked me around the vault. They showed me the blueprints. The aqueduct thing, that was in the New York Times. All I had to do was literally ask nicely." And the FBI pauses. You can almost hear a dial-up internet sound in their heads. The agents just stare at him like, "Wait, you got all this because you were polite?" Yes, he did.
That guy was pissed.
So the FBI basically learned, our security weakness is manners. And the FBI's verdict, holy crap, we totally need to fix this. The feds, convinced that Hensley isn't really trying to rob America, eventually admitted, honestly, somebody could do this. We should probably, patch that hole in national security. And just like that, Jonathan Hensley became the only screenwriter in history whose movie made America upgrade its infrastructure. Some people win Oscars. Jonathan got the FBI to improve the vault security. That's a flex you put on your tombstone.
What the fuck are you doing?
Interrogating him.
Well, what's he gonna tell you? I'm dead?
Well, I ain't gonna know till I ask him, am I?
And the final moral of the story, if the FBI calls you about your script, congratulations. Anyone could write a heist, but writing a heist so good the FBI panics, that's legendary. So the next time Die Hard with a Vengeance comes on, and you watch dump trucks full of gold barreling through a water tunnel like a financially confused Mario Kart, remember, this scene was so accurate, the government actually did something.